Welcome to The Vibe, Kim. As a celebrated documentarian, how do you see the role of film festivals such as SIFF in shaping, empowering, and amplifying underrepresented voices?
I've been so impressed that there was a Chinese man, and then we had somebody from Latin America. I'm from Europe. We all had the same reactions to the film. The film that we all loved was the same film. So it just builds on what I know. We all feel the same about things. If something feels authentic, if we watch a film and we feel an emotion, then we are going to love that film.
I know you're already having fun here, even though this is your first time here
I'm loving being in Shanghai. I'm loving it.
If you were to make a film about China, what kind of story would it be?
I'd love to make a film where you just get close to people and you just find out what their lives are like. I think particularly to show to American people, one of the roles of all kinds of art, what it can do is it can make more understanding between people and actually show how different we are and how similar we are.
With the U.S. terror trade war and the Hollywood superhero fatigue, how are they affecting documentary filmmaking today?
You know, it shows these superheroes, but it doesn't show light and shade, doesn't show contradiction. And I think the exciting thing in all art, and which is why I'm very critical of old-fashioned documentaries, which don't allow for contradiction. In all good films, in all fiction, the contradictions are what are interesting, is when you think, oh, I think that. Maybe that man isn't behaving very badly, but look, he's this as well. And you grow in your humanity.
In this age of social media, where every kid is making films, leaving their digital imprint with their cell phone cameras every day, if you were a teenager today, what kind of film would you be making?
I think I'd be making the same thing. If I met you now, I would like to know about you. I'd like to know what your life is like, what your dreams are. That's what audiences want to know. They want to really know about you and get to know you. And you can do that through film. What people have assumed is that young people, they've got very short attention span, but films haven't got shorter and people still go to them. People love a film if they engage with it. You know, look at Shanghai Film Festival. All the films are sold out. I've been trying to see Chinese films. I can't get a ticket. You know, that's one of the things I was longing for, was to see contemporary Chinese films. And they're all sold out. And you're telling me people can only watch things for 60 seconds, and you see the audiences coming out, and most of them are young people.
If there's one piece of advice that you can give to young people today, what would you say to them?
We're always wanting to please people and do the right thing. Sometimes I wish I'd stood up for people quicker. I think just be braver.
I think you're the most persuasive and bravest person that I've met.
I'm not brave. I film brave people. That's the difference. All I do is I run along with them and film them. That's not particularly brave. Or Brenda, who's the main character in Dreamcatcher, she's probably the bravest person I know, who was a prostitute for 25 years and now drives around the streets at night trying to get girls to stop being on the streets. And the pimps are all around in the darkness with guns. And I'm so proud of Shanghai for choosing that film, because it's a tough film. It's a tough watch, but it's quite fun in parts as well.
Well, it takes a brave soul to identify and to give voice to those brave people. Some say documentaries come back to haunt their audiences. Has there been instances where your stories come back to haunt you?
Me, no. And actually, I've never had anyone who's in any of my films that haven't loved the film. I filmed a scene in a film called Rough Aunties, and my favourite character is called Stoodler. Her little boy drowned by trying to cross a river where a mining company took the sand out and he drowned. They all had to go to school across the river. And when it was shown in the cinema, she held my hand and I said, "Do you regret that being in the film?" And she said, "I'm so pleased that that is in the film because it's keeping him alive." Even the most difficult things, people who are in the films have been brave enough to embrace them.
Well, thank you very much, Kim. I really enjoyed this conversation.
That went so fast. Thank you, Julian.